Hey, hey, hey. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Victory Talk. Y'all, it has been a wonderful day. Just an absolute wonderful day. It is gorgeous outside. Yeah, I'm trying to tell y'all, I'm beginning to get a little sad. Just a little sad. I know that the seasons have to change without a doubt, but warm weather is leaving, and every day is so nice right now. And every day, Pastor Phil and I, we go in, we stand on the deck, and we say, man, if temperatures could stay just like this, but we know it can't. But it's just been beautiful. So I pray that you have been enjoying, taking the opportunity to enjoy this beautiful weather we have been having. So it is another wonderful evening at Victory Talk. We have an exciting guest this evening. I'm excited to have her with me. And I pray that you will get to know her and go by and see her when they are physically open again, whenever they are physically receiving people again, or that you will connect with her and get her products. Just have a conversation with her. She is a gifted, anointed woman, and so I'm excited to have her with us tonight. We have with us Ronnie James, my little sister, one of the best soprano voices that I've ever known. We sang on Anointed Praise at St. Stephen's together for years. And I used to wanted to get next to her because I could get my pitch right. As long as she was in my ear. So I'm excited to have her with us. So take a minute, tweet somebody, text somebody, email somebody, call somebody, and tell them Victory Talk is on. Victory Talk, stop what you're doing, because y'all know we have a good time on Victory Talk. Amen. Get your water bottle, your cup of tea, something to drink, whatever, and get comfortable, because we're going to have a good conversation tonight with my sister girl. All right. So I'm going to introduce to some and present to others Ronyell James. I'm just going to read a snippet of her bio, but let me just say she is a woman of God. She is a wife. She is a mother. She is a grandmother. She is just gifted with her hands. I'm telling y'all, I remember when she used to do Samantha's hair for me, because I had two boys out the gate. So doing girl hair was like, that was Greek. And so Ronyell would say, bring her around the house. I take care of her for you. And, she had a whole bunch of girls in the house to begin with. So she could do some hair, amen. And so she is just a blessing. She has been a blessing. Ronnie James is a native New Yorker, senior cosmetologist, associate trichologist. I ain't want to say what it looked like to me. Associate trichologist, CEO of Ray J Hair Collection, and owner of Coco Amore Beauty. Amore. I had it right the first time. In Middle River, Maryland. Ronnie began her first salon in 2012, and since then it has been a family-oriented business with impeccable customer service. I got to pause right there. Y'all, I'm trying to tell y'all, I believe that this woman is the Madam C.J. Walker of our time.
Oh,
it is.
My goodness.
I'm so. I'm like, I believe that from my core. I'm trying to tell y'all, this young lady, because I was going to say this chick. This young lady, y'all know I'm real. Lady J don't pull no punches. But yes, the Madam C.J. Walker of our time, she is building her own empire. She give Lucius and Cookie and them a run for their money in the hair business, all right? So, she's doing big things, and she's not just keeping it to herself. she is her family. I mean, I'm just giving y'all a overall picture, but her daughters, she's teaching business, she's teaching wealth, she's teaching how to, be self-sufficient. She is an example of leadership and just how to take what you have and get what you need. So I'm excited to have her on the show tonight. When I say a self-made woman, she didn't come from money, y'all. Y'all gonna hear her background. She ain't come from money. So when you are self-made, the definition is something that is made by oneself or someone who has become successful through his or her own efforts. Through her own efforts, amen. She is an example of a self-made woman, someone who did not come from money, didn't have millions. There ain't no old money out there.
Ain't have two nickels to rob.
Right, right. She is self-made. She is an entrepreneur in its finest. So I'm just gonna dip out here for a minute and just let her. I'm gonna let her come on in here and share something. Share about herself, and then we got some other stuff we gonna chat about.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us. I really appreciate that introduction. The modern day Madam C.J. Walker, I did not say. I am aspiring to do that, but I have a long way to go. I appreciate all the kind words. I really do take my business and my the way that I am with my customers very, very seriously. Everything that I put out, I have definitely put a lot into. So I appreciate all of the kind words. Now, the self-made, I would say that I wasn't by myself. It's definitely God first, and thank you. And my family definitely holds me down. Because it's really, really hard out here in the entrepreneurial world. So I do appreciate that. And I'm just glowing. I'm so happy to be here with my sister. I miss you, Jackie. So it's so lovely to be here with you tonight. And I'm just excited for Victory Talk.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. One of the other things I wanted to share with you guys that she did not mention is Ronnie studied, she's a certified hair loss practitioner, and she's studying, she's constantly in school. She's constantly, perfecting her craft and, doing what she needs to do to go to the next level. And she does. She truly keeps God first, and I admire her. And I just love the way that she takes her family and her friends, because it's not just her children and her husband, but she takes her family and others, her friends and others, on this journey with her. Ronnie, can you tell us all of the offsprings, because there are many that come from underneath your umbrella.
Yes. Yes, definitely. So, I actually have Coco More Beauty right now, and I'm so blessed with having daughters. So and at one point I was like, oh my goodness, God, why would you give me all of these girls? But I am completely blessed with all the girls that I have. So my daughters are now interested in the business, which is amazing to me because I've been pushing for years. I have Niara, who is my oldest. She has Coco More Aesthetics, so she does massage, she does facials, she does yoni steaming. She has an amazing array of different things. She has products that you can use for your skin, yoni steams, yoni oil. She's doing amazing with all of that, and I use her products as well. And then I have baby girl Talia, who is now a makeup artist, Lash Tech. She sells her own lash line, Twinkle by Talia. So you guys can look for her too. She's only 16 years old. She's amazing. She's my glam team. She's actually does my face for everything, which is amazing because it saves me some money. So I absolutely love it. But I have a lot of other wonderful Black women who have worked with me, and we've partnered, and they have amazing businesses as well. There's Jazz Styles. She does hair just like me. There's Kamaya, who does young ladies' hair, but she also does protective styles as well. I have another young lady, Brianna, who is now doing lashes in a boutique. And that's Prima Bella. So there are a number of different businesses that I work with, that I talk to. I have cousins that are all over. I have a young lady that's in New York who's doing a boutique. My cousin Monica, Visionary 126. I have an array of different people that do different things. And I love it because I feel like we all need to encourage each other and push, especially when we're trying to be entrepreneurs, and support one another. So I really am grateful that I know so many talented women and that I work with so many talented women. It's so many different women. I have Stacy Sweet Treats, like, that do so many different things. Like, I can go on all night with all of the women. But I'm just excited, and I'm blessed that because I jumped out there a few years ago, that there were so many women that came to me or actually talked to me about becoming an entrepreneur, and that I was able to, if not assist them, at least give them a little bit of what I have, advice, whatever it is that I can offer them, for them to come out and do what they need to do too. So I appreciate that.
Now, what you didn't mention is your hair collection. There,
Right.
you have a hairline, right?
Yes, I do. I have RJ Hair Collection, which is my virgin hair. I also have Grow Pretty hair care, and my Grow Pretty hair care is the hair care line that I created with in mind with the hair loss practitioner in trichology that I actually learned. So when I developed my hair care line, I was actually going through school to learn about hair loss and what we can do. I had a lot of clients coming in that had loss of their edges, or, just damaged hair, and I was helping them through that. So Grow Pretty was created from that. But then I also have the website RJ Hair Collection, where you can go and buy extensions and, different types of hair in order for you to do protective styles as well.
So, with the Grow Pretty line, is that all natural? Is
All
there
natural.
Okay?
All natural, and I actually make it. I hand make my products. There are some products now that I actually have manufactured only because I needed a little more power with hair growth. So in me doing all of my research and talking to different dermatologists and trichologists and all of that, I needed a little more power. So there are some of my products, like the Grow Pretty growth line, hair growth line. That line actually has some of it that is manufactured and that comes into me, but everything else I make by hand, and it's all natural.
Okay. So you touched on getting started a couple years ago, and I know that 2012 was your launch. What took
Yes.
you to that point? Because I know a little bit of your history, but share with us what got you to that point that you said, you know what, okay, I'm gonna step out on faith, and I done did all else I can do in the secular world. Because somehow I vaguely remember, were you in nursing?
No, I actually was in social work.
Social work.
I was a social worker, and I was working for the Choice Program. I worked for Baltimore City, social services, for a number of years before I decided to go into being a full-time entrepreneur. And honestly, what happened was I'm a mom, and being a mother, you can't stop what you're doing when you're in the world in someone else's business and you're doing what they ask you to do. So my son actually had asthma at the time, and it was taking a lot of my time away from work, and I was getting sanctions and just tired. And being in the social services world anyway, it's a lot. It takes a lot out of you. And I had always done hair on the side, and I just decided that that was my first love, and that was something that I wanted to do, and that I wanted to focus completely on that. And I jumped out on faith, and it's been an amazing ride so far.
Okay, awesome, awesome. And then how did your children adjust to that time? How were they?
It was definitely an adjustment. I think it was an adjustment for the family itself, my husband included. And I say it was an adjustment because, you know, when you work in a 9 to 5, the family knows that you're going to be home at 5 o'clock. You get into a routine. They know what the routine is, and they have mommy. But when you're an entrepreneur, there is no 9 to 5, and there is more of when I start and when I finish. So it was a lot of adjustment because it was a lot of me being away from home a lot more than I was. What I can say that came out of it is my family really did pull together and do their part in the family. My husband learned to cook. He's an amazing cook now when he did not before, but he's like awesome with that because I wasn't able to get home to do those things like I was before and how they were used to me doing it. So it was an adjustment, but I think that my family did an awesome job adjusting with me, allowing me to pursue what I wanted to pursue. And we're here now. They're with it.
Let me ask you, what are some of the pitfalls that you guys encountered on this journey?
Oh, wow. There's a lot of pitfalls. You talk about Madam C.J. Walker, and I watched her documentary, and it does hit home a little bit. There was a lot of things that actually happened throughout my entrepreneurial journey. Losing houses, losing cars, it's definitely a journey. Having marital trouble, having trouble with the kids not doing what they're supposed to do in school, just because I didn't have all of my attention on them either, and having to adjust to all of those things and make it work. And I think just being resilient and knowing that this is something that you really want, praying and listening to God tell you, yeah, just keep going. It's a little rough, but you're learning along the way. And with that, I just thank God that we are where we are now.
So let's talk about the current climate that we're in. We're in a stage where social distancing is for the past 7-8 months. That's more the norm than anything. Are you still open? How are you? Because I know salons were slow to come back, into actively, doing business. Where are you guys at right now? How has COVID affected, your business?
Oh, COVID has definitely affected my business. We're closed. I've actually been closed since March. We are in a state of transition, and because the state is shut down partially, some people are in the office, some people are out of the office. It's hard for you to get your licensing that you need. It's hard for you to get everything in order for you to reopen to. And if anybody knows me, know that I don't want to do anything out of chaos. And because of that, I've taken my time to get back to the point where I can be open and open correctly. I don't want to put myself out there as far as my family with COVID. My son has asthma. I didn't want to get right back out there when they were opening up anyway. But because of all of the COVID issues and being closed down for so long, like, I'm an entrepreneur. Like, that's how I make my money. So, I had to make some adjustments. I had to do a lot of things to make adjustments. And by the grace of God, we've been fine throughout this time. However, it's been a lot trying to reopen since then. But we'll be back open very soon. I was actually down in Towson today getting licensing and doing things to get us back open. So we're coming slowly. I don't want to rush anything, but we'll be back open really soon.
So looking forward into your future, where do you see your growth? What's next on the horizon for you guys?
That's an awesome question. So, when you get some downtime, when I get some downtime, I start dreaming up some other things, right? So I love the fact that I did have time to breathe, to recoup from being home, from the chaos first, from being an entrepreneur to being home and readjusting to home life, because I was never home as much as I was once we went into quarantine. So readjusting to that, making sure that I continued education, the family itself continued education. And now we're on the horizon of opening up a school. So that will be the next journey. I'm ready to do full-blown cosmetology school. So that's the other holds up. And you are the first person outside of the family and everybody else that's watching that actually knows. But that is our next thing. We're going into trying to open up a cosmetology school, so that I can help along other cosmetologists to become whatever it is that they want to be. And then also I'm in the process of opening up the new salon, which is in a new location, but it's pretty much right across the street from where I was before. But we do have suites now. So I'm able to help other entrepreneurs come in and open their businesses, and whatever talents or whatever they have to share with everyone, we can do that together. So I'm really excited about that as well.
So let me just help you to understand what you just did, because not only are we on Facebook, we on YouTube, you going out through the church's website. So you didn't Twitter. So you didn't just tell me. You didn't just tell me. You shared it on Victory Talk, amen. And we have hundreds of viewers. So it's out there, Nancy's. So we watching. We got your back.
We got you so much. And I solicit all prayers, because it's not easy at all, but it's coming. It's coming.
That is so exciting. That is so exciting. And you guys also now your husband is also an entrepreneur.
Yes,
he has his own thing going on. Brian James
Fitness.
James Fitness, yes. So that is so exciting. Let's talk about your clients. Go ahead.
I was just saying, my husband just actually relaunched his business as well, because he was shut down for a little while, but he's now training again. So
good.
He's back up and running.
You give him our best. I remember when Pastor Phil was working with him.
Yes.
Yeah, he would come home a little beat up.
Yeah, he got issues. He got anger
he's
issues.
not easy. He's definitely not easy.
He got anger issues.
Pastor Phil said he got anger issues.
You take it out in that
gym.
He take it out in the gym and on the customers and the clientele. Hey, but I can say he came home tight.
Yes, definitely.
Ooh.
He get it together now.
Oh yeah, it was good. Might be sitting in the back. So, the children, because I know you're also a grandmom as well.
Yes,
But the
yes,
children,
yes.
are they going to stay within the business? Do you think that they're gonna, I know that as they're young, they kind of do what mom and dad do, but as they're growing, are they leaning towards staying within the empire?
Yes, they definitely are. Niara is already my sidekick. Like, she's my right arm, and I use my right arm. I'm a righty, so I think she's a big part of my business right now.
Yeah.
Although she has her own thing going, she still uses our company name, Coco Moore, and she's definitely staying and sticking with the business. Talia's still young. She's 16, but she is very, very, very interested in the business. And I know she is because she sticks to me like glue now. So I love the fact that she is leaning towards doing more of her entrepreneurial thing and seeing how it works for her. And I encourage her to stay. So hopefully, that'll be something that she wants to do too. Diami is another one who does nails. She just plays with it though right now. She's in college, so she's doing her own thing, and I'm allowing her to do what it is that she wants to do. But I really, really for them to continue with the empire so that when I'm tired, I can go sit down and everything be the same. And once the school is open, I would like for them to be involved in that as well. So just getting them to a point where they can feel like they are instructors, teachers, like they have enough knowledge and they've had enough experience to share with someone else. That's like my biggest goal right now. I think that, we don't share enough. And that's one of the things that I want to do. I want to continue to share with other people. I want to continue to partner with other people. I just want to continue building an empire with my family, but with dear friends and, other people that come along the way. I just feel like that's so important now, especially in these times.
Now, Niara also has the catering. She does catering, correct?
Yes, she does. And she's awesome with catering as well. Like, amazing with catering. So for a little while, we were both dipping into events and catering as well. I stepped back a little bit from the events just because I'm now on to opening up the school and doing what I need to do with the school. However, we both still do events and catering. She does more of the catering side. I help her out with it. So I'm kind of her sidekick on that. But we work together, and we actually work together really well as a team when it comes to that type of stuff. Because, mother and daughter can get a little crazy a little bit. But when it comes to actually getting in there and working, we are an awesome team. So I'm really excited about that. And I just, I encourage her to do everything that she loves, because she was having an issue with that too. Like, she was like, Ma, how does that go together? Like, I'm an esthetician, but I cook. Like, how do I put that together? I said, listen, whatever gifts God give you, use them. So, I encourage her to use whatever it is and whatever it is that comes on her heart to do.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that.
Yes. Let's talk about the name.
Mm-hmm.
Where did Coco Amore come from?
Okay, so
when I first started the business, we had a completely different name, and the name went with my brother's barbershop, which was open because he's an entrepreneur too, and he's out in York, Pennsylvania. So he and I opened around the same time. He was open about a year or two before I was. So when I thought about my name, it went along with his. However, rebranding and doing different things, I got to a place where I felt like we needed something else. And in the midst of me rebranding, I had a little cousin, Coco, who actually passed away. And we used her name, Coco Love, Coco Amore. And that's what I take a lot of pride in, because she was one of my dearest little cousins, and I absolutely love her. And she encourages me to make sure that brand stays pure and awesome for everybody else. And I just kind of stick with that now.
Okay, now you're going to make me cry.
Don't cry, then I'll cry.
I always wondered where the name came from. And now the other name, what was the other name? I can't say it.
It was Premier Le Femme Salon. So it was just First Lady. It was First Lady to my brother's presidential cut.
Nice. Nice. That was nice. That was nice. And so I know you have one of those personalities that you just draw people to you. And you've been like that from, the conception of us meeting. And so how does that, how did that translate into the business? Because I know sometimes we can be, I can be too friendly.
Right. And honestly,
it's true. It's true. It's funny that you say that, because my family tells me all the time, Mom, you can't save the world. You can't save the world. Like, you want to take everybody in, you want to take everything on, you want to fix everything. You just can't. It doesn't work that way. So I had to learn balance. I had to learn how to draw people in without becoming completely consumed with everybody else, that I forget that I have something that I'm actually leaning towards as well, because I do that way too often. So just my family, my friends, just keeping me grounded, saying, okay, all right, we know that you have a great heart. We know that you want to help, but calm down a little bit. And me actually being able to recognize that, pray about it, and move on to the next thing that I need to do.
So when the sister girl comes in and she wants you to give her a hairstyle that don't work with her face, how you telling her no?
That one it's not as hard as what people think, because usually it's a one-on-one thing. So it's easier for me to say, well, what makes you want that? Like, why don't you think about something else? And, we have our mirrors in the salon for us to kind of do consultations. So when we're talking to them, me just saying, oh, what do you think about this? Maybe this will frame your face a little bit more. Maybe if you do this. Now, let me tell you, there are some that just want what they want. And you have to give it to them. Most of the time at the end of it, though, if it's something that I thought might not actually go very well, we'll do a little tweaking and we'll get it to where it's fine. But it's a job. It really is. It's just all in the presentation and how you approach somebody. And that might not be for you.
My face will say a lot. I'll be in trouble. I'll be like, so yeah, that might not be the right business for me. I'll be like, you want me to do
right.
what? Okay, so no. So let me ask you.
It's rough.
You said it's rough.
It's rough.
What about those customers that come in and they just straight up got attitude and they, combative and...
You know what? I honestly can say that we don't have a lot of that. I think because of the environment, and because one of the things that I absolutely positively do not allow in my salon is the cattiness, the rudeness. Like, it's so family oriented that if you come, you feel like you're part of the family. So we really don't have a lot. Like, I haven't encountered a whole lot of rudeness and crazy things that's going on. I guess it's just been a blessing that I really haven't been able, like, I didn't have to really deal with any of that kind of stuff. And you know, I have a large array of clients. I have older clients and I have very young clients, but I just haven't really had issues like that.
That is really awesome, because I know a lot of times when you're working with a lot of women, and you know, we get a bad rap. We really do, but it sometimes that rap is earned, and so you know, that is amazing that you have that type of atmosphere where you know where the confusion is kept to a minimum, and you know, everybody gets along. That's really good. Let me ask you, are you still hands on yourself? I know with being in leadership, being a CEO, being, you know, at the head, the HIC, you know, that takes a lot in itself. But
Right.
are you still so much as hands on? Are you still doing day to day operations in terms of, are you still doing hair? When you're up and running, are you, you know?
My hands are in everything. I am. I'm very, very hands on. I'm still doing hair. I still have my regular clients. I love my clients. I feel like at some point I'm gonna have to slow down, especially when opening up other portions of business and dealing with other, like you said, day-to-day operations and things like that. Of course, I'm getting older. I'm gonna have to slow down at some point. However, like right now, right before COVID ended, I was in the salon doing hair. You know, I'm very hands on. I love being in the salon. I love dealing with the clients. And I do the day-to-day operations as well. I've never been the one that just comes in and, you know, just kind of takes over the, you know, the giving out orders. I'm always hands on. I love it.
That's good. Yeah. So, and also you mentioned, you know, you have very young clients. So are you, how many, you know, do you have like a children's line? You know, do you have, you know, a children's line under the Ray J hair selection and the Pretty Grow? Do you have a, you know, just a, you know, a piece that is focused just for children?
I don't have a piece that's focused just for children, but because my products are made naturally, most of them can be used by children. I have treated a couple of children just with, you know, parents coming in telling me that they don't know what to do with their daughter's hair and they just need to grow it and they don't know how, and help me. And I've been able to use the products that I use every day, the Grow Pretty products, on children as well, because I have no harsh products at all. The only line that I don't use on my children are the hair growth line, the growth serums, because I just don't know what it would do because of, you know, it being manufactured. I just don't put my children in any of those because I do really take seriously what we use on our children. I have a child clientele, but Kamaya, who was working in the salon, she does most of the children in there, and they absolutely love her. And I love it because I'm getting old, and I can't do kids like I used to. I love my babies, but I don't do a lot of babies anymore. Most of the time, I do the children that are having issues with scalps or hair is brittle or they have breakage and the parents don't know what to do. I do mostly that type. But yeah, the products that I have, they can be used with them. So on my hair collection, RJ hair collection, no, it's not per se anything on there for like a child's line or a children's line. That's a good idea though. But it is just like virgin hair, and you can get like the products and things like that, the Grow Pretty products and things like that on that that website as well.
So as we're talking about children, and today in the world we live in, interracial couples are, it's the norm. It's not, so unusual to have, mixed children. And, being a grandmother of a mixed baby, their hair is different. Because they're a combination of the two. So how do do you see that often? What recommendations do you usually make? How do you guys approach that?
It is. It's like you said. It's a common thing now. That's not something that's uncommon. So we do see, you know, even grandparents bring their young babies in, their young ladies in, and they like, we don't know what to do. We don't know what to use. And it's really like a case by case situation, because everybody's hair is different. Like you said, it's you know, the intertangling of two. So you have to figure out the balance between the two of them. And it's just really working with it and figuring out what's the best thing for them. Some of them need oil and some of them may not. It may be too heavy for them. It just depends on the hair type, what they've been using in the child's hair, because that takes a toll on it too. Sometimes it'll make it dry or whatever. If we're using our products on hair that is a mixed hair baby, it may be way too much for them. So it just depends. It's kind of like a case by case. And I actually do consultations in salon, and I do face-to-face consultations on Facebook, on FaceTime. I don't mind giving advice. And usually, if it's a 15-minute consultation, it's completely free. So I don't mind doing that.
So, do you think in the future that you may start doing a line for interracial couples, that interracial children that have, or people, because they grow up to be adults? So, do you think that there may be something to, down the line you may need to put into play?
It sounds like we need it, huh?
Because the children grow up. Yeah.
Right. I'm always into looking for something else. The what else is there for us to do. So you'll have me up tonight doing research. You have some awesome ideas. So yeah, I definitely will look into that.
Look, you sound like Pastor Phil will be talking or whatever, and he's like, "Oh, that's a sermon. That's an idea for a sermon." And he writing notes, and I'm like, "Dang, I should have been quiet. That was my sermon." Sound like I'm always giving good ideas.
Yes, I'm telling you, you always got a lot going on here. I'm taking notes.
I promise you.
Or you'll go back later on tonight and be looking at the show like, "Oh yeah, I need to write that down."
Yep, I need that too. Yep, I sure will. Definitely.
So,
definitely.
Where is the new salon going to be?
It's right here in Middle River. We are literally right off of Martin Boulevard, across from Food Lion. We are on the other side of the laundromat that's over there. I don't know if you remember. It's Food Lion on the right if you're coming from Martin Boulevard. The laundromat is on the left, and we're on the opposite side of the laundromat. So we're on Orms Road in Middle River, right by the Food Lion.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And let me go back to, I was talking about the hair care products. What about products for men? Do you have products for
we
men?
have men too.
Okay.
Yes, I do. I definitely have products for men. Just depending on what it is that they want to do. I have a beard cream for men. And I also have the hair oil that a lot of men use as well. Because the oil is not heavy. but it can be used universally. Like it can be used on children, men, women. It just depends on what it is that you're doing. But I have men that actually buy my hair oil as well. And I think it came about with some of the women going home with the hair oil and their husbands being like, wait a minute, this kind of works. So they ended up starting to buy the hair oil as well. So yeah, men definitely use the products as well. They can also use the hair growth system if they are thinning on the top of their hair. As long as we catch it early, I can treat them for that. There's other tactics and things that we use as well to get hair growth going back for men as well. But it's not just the woman thing, it's men too. The hair restoration clinic will be open when the salon opens back up, and men are welcome for that too. And it's consultation, so it's case by case, and just we'll figure out what it is that they need, and we can use the products to do whatever it is that we need to do for them as well.
Wow. Look, we can't have nothing. Husbands want everything. They want to use your hair oil. They want to use your lotion. If you catch them on a real slide, they might take on your deodorant. But you can't have nothing, boy. I'm trying to. Your moisturizer, they want.
Share. So I just made it so that you guys can share.
So you don't have to. That is awesome.
Share. You gonna have
you gotta share everything with them. Gotta share everything with them. But I tell you what, we couldn't go to the barber shop.
We probably wouldn't want to anyway.
You right about that. You absolutely right about that.
Let them have that.
Yes. yes. This has been awesome, and it's so good to just spend this time with you and getting to know about Coco Amore. I'm just so excited for the new avenues that you are bringing on the horizon, and just the way that you are using your gift to help others realize their gifts. And to not just grow, a financial foundation, but building the family. It's very family oriented and building a community. And I appreciate the fact that you've stayed in the community where you live, in the community and where you're growing up and your children are growing up. And so I think that is awesome. A lot of times, when we arrive, so to speak, we want to take it out of our communities and go somewhere else where we feel as though we may be better able to reach the dollars and cents. But it's a blessing that you have stayed where you are. I mean, you have stayed in the Baltimore County, Essex Middle River, in that quarter. And so that is just really, really wonderful. Truly a blessing. And I look forward to seeing how the school is going to evolve and how that's going to take over and where it's going to go from there. Because I think, I don't even think that we have any schools in this area anymore, do we? It used to be the one on Eastern Avenue up in Essex. And then it used to be the one over by East. Is the one over by East Point still there?
I believe they still have theirs over there, like back where the movie theater is. I think that one is still there, but most of the other ones closed. There is one that's up by Golden Ring right now too, but we don't have a lot anymore. And I feel like there's so much talent out here that we need to have another school so that people can be licensed to do what it is that they're doing. And it's not something that we just keep on the sideline in our homes, in the basement or whatever. You can grow and really actually make it a career for you. So that's something that I want to promote to people. We have so many young ladies that are talented out here in makeup and hair and whatever, nails, whatever it is. And for them to hold a license, they can go so much further than what they are right now.
And to be Black owned and operated.
Right.
How about that? keeping it in our actual community to be
Right.
black owned and operated, and not
Right.
just black owned and operated. Women, these are sisters supporting sisters, and that is awesome in itself. It is truly amazing, and so I'm grateful. I'm happy for you guys. I'm excited for you guys.
I'm excited.
You know,
Thank you
it is
so much.
just so amazing. So before, we are at the top of our hour, and before we, say goodnight, I just want you to share, how people can get in contact with you, how they can, access your websites, whatever services that are still currently available that they can, still,
Okay.
because sister gotta eat, family gotta survive,
Right.
and one thing for sure, we black women gonna take care of that. We gonna do our hair.
Oh.
We gonna get our hair out. We some way or another we gonna get our nails done. We gonna get our nails did.
That's right.
We gonna do some
That's
makeup.
right.
I'm not a lash girl. I'm still old school mascara. But we gonna get some lashes on. We gonna do something to keep
Yes.
our crown fixed or whatever. So how can the people contact you?
Well,
I can be contacted several ways. You can shop on rjhaircollection.com. There is contact on there that you can get directly to me. You can follow me on Instagram at Ronnie J, or Coco Amore Beauty, or rjhaircollection.com. RJ Hair Collection on Instagram. You can follow me on Facebook at Ronnie James, or Coco Amore Beauty also on Facebook. You can directly contact me. Phone number is 443-600-2573. So you can contact me directly that way. You can always send me a private message on either Facebook or on Instagram. I answer pretty much right away. So you can contact me in several ways, and I love to hear from anybody, even if it's just for advice. I'm not one of those stylists that needs you to pay for every little thing. I'm very open to talking to you. I love to meet new people and possibly help others. So I'm here.
Awesome. Awesome. And so, ladies and gentlemen, that is our show for tonight. It has been truly my pleasure, and I have enjoyed just chatting with you all tonight, just sharing with my sister, seeing her, haven't physically seen her in a minute, but this is awesome. I mean, we see each other around social media, this, that, and the other, and we
right,
chat that away.
physically,
But yeah, this is the next best thing to being able to physically touch one another, and so this has
Right.
truly been awesome. I want to encourage everybody. I always remind you, speak life. I want to encourage you to know for certain that there is life and death in the tongue, and what you speak into the atmosphere is that which you will manifest. Trust and believe. That's the word of God. That's not Lady J. That's the word of God. Proverbs 18:21.
Amen.
Life
Amen.
and death in the tongue.
Amen.
Speak life. I want to share with you all and let you know there are some new things coming for Victory Talk. Watch out for Making Moves Mondays and What's Up Wednesdays. You guys, I've been posting a little bit, so y'all have been seeing just a couple posts for that, but I'm going to do my best to just come live and chat with you guys just a little bit on Making Moves Mondays at 1 p.m. and What's Up Wednesdays at 1 p.m. and then we're going to come on back for Victory Talk at 7 p.m. on Fridays. I'm so excited. I'm loving all that God is doing for Victory Talk. Please, if you have not already gotten a copy of my audio book, You Got This, get your copy of You Got This, because no doubt in my mind, you got it. You can do all things through Christ Jesus who strengthens you. So that is our show for tonight. I
Amen.
love you. I love you. I love you. I
I
love you.
love
There's
you.
nothing that you can do about it. And we look forward to seeing you guys next week. We are in October, and we are having our breast cancer awareness month. And so I'm not going to tell y'all who the guests are. Y'all got to catch it. Just stay tuned. Just turn up your antennas, fix your glasses. So I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Once again, Ronnie James, I love you, sweetie. Thank you so
Love you too.
much.
Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you.
And we look forward to having you back on the show again. I'm so excited, waiting for that school to open. Waiting for
Yes,
that school to
ma'am.
open. I'm going to come on
Prayers,
down there.
prayers.
Yes, and covered it in the oil. I'll be, I come in there and I anoint it. And we'll go through that with some prayers, all right? So
Amen.
good night, everybody. Peace and blessings. I pray that you have an awesome weekend. Y'all stop by to Victorious Living Faith on Sunday for our service at 9 a.m. Pastor Phil and I, we love